What up? I like green. What can I say? I have green. I just realized that everything that I wear is like green, and I have a green comforter, green walls, and a green robe. If you come to my house, you think all crazy. But anyway, had a really good political education session tonight with some members from APDEP, and we just ran across it all. You know what I'm saying? What I really wanted to do a video about today is something that we talked about tonight, which was the immigration question and how, uh, you know, about a year and a half ago, when there was a big immigration question with regards to specifically speaking to the Mexicans coming into their land. Um, there was these Negroes petitioning or protesting against um, these Mexicans coming in, taking their jobs. And I'm just like, what kind of fuckery is this that the oppressor can let you side with their interests? The same people that stole the land out from under the indigenous people that they call Mexicans right now are the same people that enslaved your ancestors and made you into what you think you are now. So now you're battling for last position and you're adopting the interest of your oppressor. And when I saw these Negroes out there talking about, oh, we don't want no immigration, my grandparents built this nation from their back up. Your grandparents were not free individuals. Your grandparents have built this nation underneath enslavement. They were not born. They were not paid for their services. If they had been paid for their services, maybe you would not be battling in last position now with immigrants who come in and do what they call lower than minimum wage jobs. Maybe you, as an African or a Negro person, would not be right now battling for last position if you had some type of wealth that had been transferred through your ancestors that had been building this nation. So while I was watching this, I was like upset at the fact that, these Negroes are out there like petitioning against that. First of all, this country is not ours. I mean, if you identify as an African, if you identify as an indigenous person, you identify with every indigenous person wherever they are. Therefore, you understand that the position of the United States in with regards to its borders is not something that you need to side with. If you understand that yourself as an African have been enslaved and you have been mistreated, you can never side on the side of the oppressor that continues to enslave and mistreat all across the world. So, on the question of immigration, I have to say that any Negro who says that I don't want none of these people coming in here and taking my job have to really ask themselves what kind of job are they taking away from you? Is it the job of revolution? Is it the job of pushing yourself to make it better for the whole? Or are you just fighting for your own little individualistic position? I had heard stories post earthquake of Haiti where people were talking about they're going to come here and they're going to cause mayhem and they're going to take my job. Understand that the same oppressive system that leaves you in a state of welfare and you can't get a job now in this economy is the same oppressive system that had caused these people not to have an infrastructure, therefore all their buildings fell down. It's the same oppressive system that continues to rape, rob, and steal from the children and women there. It's the same oppressive system that will keep the people there oppressed and in poverty and still wanting to come here and take your job. See, as a person who is the product of people who are immigrants to this country, I understand that the people did not want to leave their country. They left because they did not have a way of making ends meet. Their livelihoods have been taken away, have been exported away through the IMF World Bank. And when we look at all of these things that happen in the African world and we turn a blind eye to it, then we become an accessory to it all. And we turn a blind eye to the fact that our brothers and sisters in Africa and Sierra Leone specifically are losing limbs because the diamonds that are being brought out of there, and we turn a blind eye to it and say, well, at least it shines, it's pretty. And we turn a blind eye to our sisters and brothers who eating mud pies in Haiti prior to the earthquake. And we said, well, I wish we couldn't do something. We can always do something, but the question is, the problem is, one is knowing what to do and being ready and able and willing to sacrifice to do it. And we are not. African people in this country are very comfortable within the boundaries of this country. But please understand that when the boundaries of these countries come down, you are just another nigger. And if you do not side with African people worldwide on a daily basis, every day, all day, see your destiny and the destiny of every other African person, then you are slave. And you will continue to be a slave on massive land, and you will continue to be oppressed. And I am about freedom of the mind, body, and spirit, and I will side with my African people all over the world. And to those Negroes in California or whoever else that say that these people or these immigrants are coming in and taking their job, I say you will go down with the ship.